Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV. I am your host, The Logical Dude. Today, I am talking to my traders, no matter if you're a beginning trader, intermediate trader, or if you've been around the game for a while, you need to hear this kind of stuff. You need to focus on your risk management plans, okay? So that's something that's been near and dear to my heart in my trading career. It's something I've been having to put a lot of focus on, learning how to put proper stop losses, learning how to let my trading rules just, go, taking my emotion out of it. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. It may sound like a boring topic to some people, but hey, trust me, this is crucial stuff. So I want to share this with you. Like my granddad always used to say, a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from everybody else's. So I hope you accept this little bit of wisdom from the dude and learn from some of my mistakes here, right? So let's talk about this. I want to get into it by really kind of defining what risk management is. So essentially, it's really just the process of identifying and assessing the potential risk and losses for your trades. Okay. So really kind of realizing how much you are willing to put into this trade, because you never want to invest more than what you are willing to lose. Okay. Because, it can happen. All right. It's all about understanding that no matter how skilled of a trader you are, there's always that possibility of loss. All right. So having a plan in place to minimize the risk is essential for protecting your capital, right? So, because that's what this game's all about. If you don't have any money, you can't trade. You kind of out of business, right? So we got to protect that capital. We're here to make money, not lose money. So if you're a skilled trader, you may be thinking, well, I can handle risk. I know what I'm doing. Sure, maybe you can, maybe but really, risk management isn't just about protecting yourself from big losses. It's also about protecting your mental and emotional well-being, right? Because we're human, all right? Trading is stressful. It can take a big toll on you, okay? So especially when things aren't going your way. So by having a solid risk management plan in place, you can take the action without having emotion involved in the trades, right? Because you're sticking to a plan. You can make rational decisions. It's good stuff. You can win that way. You can mitigate your losses, right? Because that's what we're all here for. Again, we're here to make money, all right? Not lose it. So, as a beginner, you may have, some questions about implementing a risk management plan. How do you get started with that? Really, there's kind of just a few key things that you need to think about and consider when planning out a trade. So you need to determine your risk tolerance, first of all. Okay. So this is really a personal decision and it will be different for everybody. Um, some people are willing to take on more risk in the pursuit of higher gains, where others are going to be a little bit risk avert and are wanting to play it a little safer, take tighter stop loss, maybe a tighter take profit percentage. Those kind of people are the ones that are going more for the base hits versus the home runs, if you kind of want to think about it that way. So, but you have to really kind of figure that out for yourself, because everybody's different. All right. So really the key is just to figure out where you fall in that spectrum. Okay. Are you a little more, risk on, or are you a little more risk off? So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is stop loss orders. This is kind of a hot topic for some people. I am one that definitely lives and dies by stop loss orders. The reason why is because I've been stupid, let things go without a stop loss, and then have basically liquidated my entire account. So you can trade that way too, but you also have to remember to only risk a certain amount of your account, not throw your whole account balance down into a trade. So I personally, the way that I trade is I go 100% of my account balance in the trade, but I take really small stop losses. All right. And a smaller take profits. And this is when I'm doing more of a scalping strategy. Now, if I'm on a swing trade strategy, I'm going to set a looser stop loss. I'm still going to set a stop loss, but I may set like a 1 or 2% stop loss, whereas on a scalp, I'm setting like a 0.4% stop loss. And depending on the market situation, usually a 0.6 to a 0.8 take profit. So I'm looking at that 1.5 to 2 to 1 ratio kind of thing. So that's what I'm looking at in my trades. So I set stop losses. So again, it just depends on what kind of a trader that you are and how you want to play that. But I'm definitely a fan of stop losses because that's what is now saving me because I'm sticking to this rule. I'm not losing the money that I was losing when I was just YOLOing into trades. So now I have a plan in place and I'm able to make smarter trades. All right. So all a stop loss is an automatic trade order that closes your position when it reaches a certain price. All right. So if it goes the wrong way, it's out. All right, it's a market order, so you're going to pay a little bit higher fees than it would be on a limit order. But you don't want to set a limit order for a stop loss. You want it to be a market order so that when you're out, you're out. You don't have to wait for an order to fill kind of thing. So it's a good idea to set up your stop loss orders at levels that make sense for your risk tolerance and for your trading strategy. All right, it's pretty much it in a nutshell. All right. You can also diversify, so maybe not necessarily throw in everything into one particular asset. I basically just trade Bitcoin. I occasionally look at Ethereum and some other stuff, but I generally just trade Bitcoin, but I'm playing with a smaller amount of my portfolio every time now. So I've changed up to instead of going 100% of my account into a trade, I'm playing with smaller amounts and I'm playing still with smaller stop losses, not making as much, bigger swings, but hey, you know what, a little bit more here, a little bit there, it's working for me. All right, so I've just had to adjust it based on my trading strategy. Again, longer trades, set looser stop losses. But, it's all about also just having a long-term perspective, and figuring out what direction that you're going in your trading career. That's really kind of the most important. Are you doing this as a hobby? Are you doing this kind of, hey, some people get into it as like a casino kind of situation. Hey, for me, I actually like to go and sit in the casinos, like in the sports book area with my computer, acting like I'm, looking at sports, looking at teams and statistics and stuff like that. I've got like a couple of tabs open, but I'm generally over here making trades. So, and when I'm doing that, when I'm in the casino, I like playing a little dangerously. I might play with some higher leverage or something, but generally I've dropped it down to 10x leverage, playing some smaller account sizes, making smaller gains, but I'm making more gains than losses, and that's what's important. All right. So that's, you have to also consider how long you're wanting to be in the game. If you're wanting this to be a solid business, you want to make sure that you're setting a proper, very basically a robotic kind of risk management strategy. Okay. So that's how you're going to succeed. All right. Because if you don't, and if you're trying to go in for these FOMO trades and that kind of stuff, because you got the fear of missing out, that's what's going to wreck you every time. Okay. So you got to make sure you're having that long-term perspective and know kind of what you're wanting to get out of trading. And if you're wanting to make a full career out of it, you really need to take it seriously. So that's it, man. There you have it. Those are kind of like my few little points, some considerations for proper risk management in trading. So remember that risk management isn't just about protecting your money and your capital. It's also about protecting your mental well-being because, again, this is a very stressful game. So having that solid risk management plan in place can help you trade with confidence and make more rational decisions and not lose your mind all in the and all of your money in the process. So that's it. Hope you guys get something out of this. Thank you for tuning in to CoinLogic TV. If you like this video, give it a like, thumbs up, all that kind of good stuff. Subscribe, give me a follow on 3Speak on the Hive blockchain. If you're on YouTube, the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get more content like this, because I got a lot of content that I'm going to be coming out like this. I'm wanting to keep it real educational here on this channel from, instead of just market focus kind of thing. So come on back, have some chats with the dude. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and don't get wrecked out there. Peace.